statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation for when you don't. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you, just like that guitar player. Give you a heads up. At some point, that music is going to change. Yeah, they're going to change it out, and because we have to, not because we want to. The trademark on it is up, but we get a lot of compliments on that intro music. But we picked some, I think, pretty good music to replace it. That'll be coming along, just to give you a heads up someday. When you hear it, you're not taken by surprise. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend and that a lot of treats and not too many tricks played on you on Saturday. I went to the movies and saw that movie with Tom Hanks. Was it Bridge of Spies, Stephen? Is that it?
Sounds like it. Is it the Spielberg film?
Yeah, he's going to, my prediction, he'll be nominated for Academy Award. He could even win it. The performance is that good. And I view movies for me are my therapy. So in terms of health, that's why I bring them up. Music and film, very therapeutic for me, and I make them an integral part of my life. And the week before I went to see Martian. Both of those films are wonderful, and if you need a stress reliever, go watch both of them. And the Tom Hanks movie is a period movie, period piece. It's around 1956 when this all occurs. This is when some of you remember this, I know, when Gary Powers, the U-2 pilot, was shot down, and we ended up doing a spy trade. Well, you know that they make that so intriguing and dramatic in the film. I mean, Spielberg does a wonderful job. The guy is a master, and Tom Hanks is marvelous. Just what a great actor. Not a lot of flash and bang with him, but boy, can he do it. So if you like, you're looking for some stress relievers, go see Martian and go see the Spielberg Hanks movie. I think it's called, was it Bridge of Spies? I went to see it. I don't even remember the darn name. I think it's Bridge of Spies. Check me.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Bridge of Spies. Excellent film. Wonderful. Very entertaining, as well as informative. It turns out that the lawyer, the insurance lawyer that Tom Hanks plays, who's these are real character in real life, turned out to be quite a negotiator, and I won't give anything away because in the end, they give some credits and they tell you what happens to all these people. Turned out to be a pretty fabulous lawyer and negotiator for our country at some point after all of that. But again, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to be here with you. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. We're coast to coast, Monday through Friday. The clocks were pushed back in case you didn't know. And takes me 10 minutes to go around the house and my place and change all the clocks. So we're back to regular standard time. So it gets lighter earlier and darker earlier. And I wish they would leave it one way or another. I've said that a million times, and
I'm right with you. I don't understand. I like having more daylight. Just that extra hour of daylight is just so beneficial for me.
well, it's earlier, but it gets darker earlier. So you're not getting more light; you're getting less light. Really,
no, I'm saying that's
you like it earlier.
over the summer is.
Oh,
where you get that extra hour of light.
Oh, you like
I'm
that?
I'm all for it. Yeah.
Oh, you want it on daylight savings time.
Give it back to me, please.
I see. You don't like this.
No.
Okay. What do you like, Stephen? Either way, you don't care.
There we go. Mic's on. I like when the night comes early. So I like it this way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't necessarily like waking up with it being super bright and everything. It throws me off. But yeah, I enjoy when the night is early.
Mm-hmm.
I think people with kids enjoy that as well, for the most part, because bedtime's quicker.
Well, that was my exact reason why I don't like
Okay,
dark
well,
so I can go to the park later with my kid.
As it turns out, and I won't get into it today. I've done this on other shows over the years. This time change really affects the biological health of people. Their circadian rhythms or clocks, biological clocks, gets all messed up and throws them off. I mean, and some don't really adjust and adapt too well to this. They like one time model over another, and they don't adapt well. People get very, upset by it. They don't like it, and it does throw them off, and it affects their health. So, you would think that how could it be that complicated? Well, it is. My guest will be Dominique Ostrander. We're going to talk about cold and flu season 2015-2016. It's here, and they're back. They're back. Cold and flu season are now in play. I'm sure some of you know that. I know it. I already had a cold a few weeks ago. It was not fun. I got it early. Hope I'm done with it. Nevertheless, we're going to talk about that today. There were a couple of stories trending this morning about vitamin D and vitamin C. Both deal with exercise. Oh, okay. Society for Endocrinology, they were featuring a study talking about taking vitamin D supplements to improve exercise performance. You want to keep moving during the holidays. Given, the nature of holidays, you do nothing else, keep your exercise regimen in place and together. So vitamin D, they said, improves exercise performance and lowers the risk of heart disease. This is good. This study was presented at the Society for Endocrinology annual conference in Edinburgh. I wasn't there. And vitamin D, if you don't know, is both a vitamin and it's a hormone. And it will control levels of calcium and phosphate in your bloodstream. It's essential for the formation of your bones and teeth. Plays an impact with your immune system. Sources of vitamin D will include oily fish like sardines, which I eat, and eggs, which I eat as well. But some people, ironically, people in the southwest or in the southeast, out west where there's more sun than we have sense, don't get enough sunshine. Sunshine is really the source. It's the vitamin. That's the vitamin D. Sunshine is the vitamin D, natural vitamin D, where your skin gets exposed to the vitamin D. I won't get into explaining how that works, but when your skin, by exposing your skin to ultraviolet B rays, activates a process where vitamin D is synthesized. Turns out that vitamin D blocks the action of an enzyme called 11-beta-HSD1. Okay. Why is that particular enzyme so important? Because it's used to make the stress hormone cortisol. So if you block that enzyme, you're going to have what? Less cortisol, hence you have less inflammation. Now, they said that high levels of cortisol will raise blood pressure because it restricts your arteries, it narrows blood vessels, and it stimulates the kidneys to retain water. So cortisol, when you need cortisol, but running at high levels, not so good. And, of course, it's pro-inflammatory. Vitamin D then can help maybe moderate those cortisol levels. When we come back, I'll tell you about vitamin C. Oh, and they said that the vitamin D will improve exercise performance and lower your risk of heart disease. All good. Then there's vitamin C. What does that have to do with exercise? I'll explain.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you've never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omega-xanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omega-xanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Canavest, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
I'm going to talk about the 2015-2016 cold and flu season. It is in play and ringing people up like a pinball machine. That's what these viruses do. We're going to talk about it today, try to clear up some of the confusion surrounding viruses and cold and flu viruses. Some people don't understand that a cold is a virus. And so is the flu. It's influenza with flu. So we're going to get into all of that today. Signs and symptoms, they're similar, but they're different, and what you can do, and can you prevent it anyway? Dominique Ostrander will be along to help me with that. But coming out of the American Physiological Society, not to be confused with the American Psychological Society, there was a study talking about vitamin C, and they were touting it, perhaps, and I think they were doing it tongue-in-cheek, as an exercise replacement. Really? And they were talking about how exercise will improve health in people who are overweight and obese. But they commented that it's hard to incorporate exercise regimen into somebody's daily life. Don't I know? Try to coach somebody into doing that or coax them into doing it. Pretty difficult. Well, these new findings from this study revealed that taking vitamin C supplements daily could have a similar cardiovascular benefit as regular exercise in overweight and obese adults. Well, this is interesting. Specifically, they were talking about how the blood vessels of overweight and obese adults have an elevated activity of this small constricting protein called endothelin-1, ET1. And because of the if you have high ET activity in your bloodstream, these vessels, your blood vessels, will become more prone to being restricted or becoming constricted. That makes them less responsive to blood flow. I mean, this makes sense. And increases the risk of developing vascular disease because you're putting too much pressure on the inside of that lining of the artery, and it starts to damage the artery lining, the endothelium. So this exercise has been known, it's established pretty well, that it will reduce this ET1, this protein, this vessel-constricting protein. But incorporating an exercise regimen is difficult to do for people. They have a hard time doing it. So at the University of Colorado in Boulder, they took a look at vitamin C and could it improve blood vessel function and lower ET1 activity. What they found was that the daily supplementation of vitamin C, 500 milligrams a day, time released, that was it, just 500. That's nothing. Reduced ET1-related vessel constriction as much as walking for exercise did. Whoa. Vitamin C supplementation, they reported, represents an effective lifestyle strategy, I'm quoting, for reducing ET1-mediated vessel constriction in overweight and obese adults, the researchers wrote, close quote. I would submit that it's good for anybody. Remember, Dr. Gifford Jones was on my show quite a bit, and he kept saying, vitamin C with lysine, he said. Vitamin C with lysine, 10 grams a day. 10 grams of vitamin C, 5 grams of lysine. Remember, he had open heart surgery when he was 78, 77, mid-70s. He's now 92, and he never took any statin drugs. He refused. He had a disagreement with his cardiologist about it. He says, I'm going to follow what Linus Pauling said, and I'm going to do high levels of vitamin C with lysine. He's still alive. And he had open heart surgery And he was a surgeon himself. You remember, I'm sure many of you remember Dr. Jones. He was a good guest. So here, I'm just saying, vitamin C is an oldie but a goodie. Get it into your body. My guest is Dominique Ostrander, educator for Jarrow Formulas, and she appears regularly on the show, and I always rope her into these topics and whatever else she wants to talk about. Dominique, welcome back. It's cold and flu season. Did you get sick yet?
Ironically, yes. I was saying to my husband, I never get sick. You
should have shut up about that.
Exactly. But every time I've said that in the past decade, it's been true. And now, this past year, it did. It hit me for about 4 days. It wasn't anything severe. I know a lot of people have had it a lot worse.
Yeah, I had it at the trade show. Remember when you got sick at the trade show? And when was that? A month ago?
Oh yes, in September.
I caught a cold. Son of a gun. And I knew it was coming. I was getting onto the airplane to go to Baltimore, and I said, "Yeah, I don't feel right." My goodness! But I had to do the show from there too. But I had a cold, and I ended up, having to take some antibiotics because it develops into a secondary bacterial infection in your sinuses and whatnot. Yeah, it was a mess. So I already been hit. So you got how long were you sick?
Just about 4 days.
Mm-hmm. Late. Did you continue to go to work, or did you have to stay home?
For 2 of those days, I was pretty laid out with fever and everything. It was pretty rough. But then it just got better. Yeah,
your immune system. We're going to talk about cold and flu season and your immune system. Dominique has some ideas about that. And you're always invited to join the conversation. We love talking with you. 877-897-8255. That's toll free, no charge. And you are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition this cold and flu season and any other season, coast to coast.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, humble beginnings, advancing wellness, never tested on animals. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Now Foods, our products work. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, they're back. Cold and flu viruses, that is. And are you prepared for cold and flu season this year, or are you a prime target to become infected with either a cold or flu virus or both? Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. My guest is Dominique Ostrander. We're going to talk about cold and flu season 2015-2016 rendition. The timing of the flu is unpredictable in the United States and Northern Hemisphere. But wintertime is the time of year for flu season, generally speaking. However, the flu season can begin as early as October, peak in January, February, but it can continue and persist until May. Cold season begins a little earlier than the flu season, beginning during late August, early September, and can last up until March or April. So we got a long way to go, potentially. Both I and Dominique Ostrander have had a cold already this year. Congratulations, we're on a health talk show. But we're not immune, are we, Dominique?
Not at all.
Unbelievable. Did you infect everybody in the house?
I did.
Congratulations. I'm sure they love you.
I did. But, it's one of those things where I know that people always feel the need to find the origin of where they contracted something.
Who knows?
As if somehow, right, exactly. As if somehow, because I actually kind of find that comical. Does it really matter that it was from me or from the grocery clerk or whomever? So.
You could have picked it up anywhere. Could have touched something that was infected. You could have walked in someplace, touched a tabletop or a doorknob. Then, Who knows?
There really is this need to find where the origin was of where did I can get this from?
According to, well, I'm sure that people in the house where you live, your husband, daughter, and others, you were the one infected. So you're patient zero, man. You're the one that started it.
Exactly.
In the United States, annually, on average, about 5 to 20% of the population will become infected with seasonal influenza, which we commonly refer to as the flu, with more than 200,000 people being hospitalized from flu-related complications. That's not my opinion. That's according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That's a lot of people, Dominique.
It is.
The flu's bad news, but over the last, it's interesting, period of about 30 years, flu-associated deaths in the United States ranged annually from about 3,000 to about 49,000. But for about a decade, the CDC reported that 36,000 people on average die annually from the flu. They were criticized about that statistic from different quarters for using inappropriate statistical methods to calculate that number. So the CDC has moderated its position and reports that it doesn't know exactly how many people die from seasonal flu each year, they said. Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, those who are especially high risk for complications are the elderly, pregnant women, talk show hosts, educators for Jarrow formulas, and young children. The school, the kids bring it home, and you bring it home from the office or wherever. So what do you have in mind about that? Drink holy water, go to confession, what? What do you do?
Well, it's funny you asked that, because we know that no matter how strong your immune system is, so if you don't have the antibodies to whatever virus is out there, for that. And if they give you, whether you get a flu shot, which has been the issue this year, where they didn't accurately estimate which flu strains were going to be infecting people, then you're, no matter what, you're going to be more susceptible to having a greater response to the flu, depending upon your immune system. Not to say that you won't get it, but like for myself personally, and having had it just a few days, where certain people were completely laid out, hospitalized, even got pneumonia.
But I think you probably had a cold, not a flu.
Well, right, although I did have all the body aches and the fever.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm.
I did. What was that?
You did?
I did. I had all that. That was why. But it was about 4 days, and then that I was just, had that real laid out feeling, and then I just slowly got better.
You could have been infected with the flu. You could have been.
Mm-hmm. But I think that based on a person's immune system and what they're taking as far as supplements and their exercise regimen and how good they sleep at night and their stress levels all play a very important part in how they're going to respond if they are infected.
Well said. It's true. All that you said is true. And, I often joke, I know people that I've said this before, they can walk into a room where everybody suffers from bubonic plague, and they can run, hug them, kiss them, shake hands, whatever, dance with them, and leave and never get sick. Me.
Mm-hmm. And that was me for 10, when everybody was just so ill. That's why I would always say in a very bragging way, like, oh, I don't get sick. I don't get the flu. And then, it was probably like that for well over a decade. People all around me would be so ill, and I just never got it. But again, those things play a part where it's like, well, okay, so what's going on with that person that would happen to? Is it more stress, less sleep?
You got married.
Right. Yeah. More stress.
You had to point that out to your husband. Say, listen, for 10 years, I never had the flu. I marry you and I get the flu.
Exactly. Right? I will. I'll tell him that.
Blame it on him. I'm sure. Where did you get that? Oh, that was on, never mind where I got that from.
Right.
He's a nice guy. He would probably feel bad. Really? Do you think, Tom? Do you think that happened?
Right, exactly.
That's what he would say. It's true. Is there a correlation there, Dominique? What do you think?
I think, though, it's interesting you say. I think that there are definitely been some lifestyle changes.
You think?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the same when you have a baby or things like that. Those major changes. And
it could be.
And I was working really hard.
Yeah, maybe I'm joking, but it's true. You got married and you got the flu. Well, on the other hand, sometimes, especially for men, they get married and the wife takes such good care of them, they never get sick, but the wife does.
That's exactly right. I was just thinking that. And they have a much longer lifespan and everything.
Right. The wife picks up where the mother left off. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately for the wife. We'll be back. Cold and flu season 2015, 2016. What's the difference between cold and flu? I'll explain.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Nordic Naturals, we know that a commitment to deliver the world's safest, most effective omega oils requires an exceptional process. That's why we manage every step of production, from boat to bottle. That includes sustainably sourcing wild-caught fish from well-managed fisheries. It means using state-of-the-art equipment and technology at our manufacturing plant in Arctic Norway. Nordic Naturals bottles and encapsulates our omega-3s at our own facility and carefully ships products from our eco-friendly headquarters in California. The result? Nordic Naturals products have received more than 40 awards for taste, innovation, and product excellence. You can trust the quality of Nordic Naturals products and know you're getting all the health benefits omega-3 fish oils offer. Nordic Naturals' high-quality, great-tasting omega-3s make staying healthy easier for you and your family. When choosing an omega-3 fish oil product, choose the #1 fish oil in the U.S. Choose Nordic Naturals. Available at natural product retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose, corn syrup, or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has berry garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin, omega-3 and probiotics for kids, body boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, prenatal plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and body boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by a dad.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
It's very important to keep in mind that both cold and flu are viruses, And viruses are among 4 major categories of microbes that exist. You have the other 3 being bacteria, fungi, and protozoa, in case you wanted to know. And as microbes, these viruses are living organisms, and they're capable of being viewed only under a microscope, obviously. And they're referred to then as microorganisms. They're so small, they can't be, you can't see them by using if you have a conventional light microscope at home, you can't see them. You can only see them with an electronic microscope. And they're about, approximately 1/1,000,000th of an inch. That would be 1,700 to 300 nanometers. These are pretty small little critters in length, and they're about 1,000 times smaller in size than are bacteria. They are different from bacteria. It's a different kind of microorganism. That's the other category. So that's how they're similar, but they're different in terms of the symptoms that they lay on you. My guest is Dominique Ostrander, and always enjoy having Dominique on. Let's go to Largo, Florida. Joan, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, and I hope you had a nice Halloween.
Hey, thank you. Thanks, Dr. Garko. I did. Thank you. I wanted to call in.
What did you do? Pass out? Did you pass out fermented candy to the kids?
No, actually, I don't participate in anything.
I had to lay that on you because you make me look so unhealthy. The way I live, you make fermented food. You know, I don't know. You climb Mount Kilimanjaro. You've done all these things. I don't know. I'm just I'm teasing you. I'm teasing.
You're lots of fun.
Give fermented candy to the kids.
I think I know where that candy would end up. So no.
I distracted you from why you called. I'm sorry.
You made a comment that I hear many people say. You said, gee, why is it some people can be exposed to the bubonic plague and walk away unscathed while others, a stiff wind blows and they get sick?
I know.
And
What's up with that?
Well, I wanted to share my personal experience with you.
Sure.
I'm a very healthy person, and I very rarely get sick. And I kind of relished that, thought, yeah, that's great. I got a strong immune system. My functional medicine doctor, when he checked me over, said, you don't get sick often, do you? I said, no. He goes, I bet you think that's a good thing. I said, yeah. He said, no. He said, from my testing of you, Joan, you have a hyperactive immune system.
Ooh.
Right. He said, this. I can see in your face. Yes, a light bulb went off in me also. He said, this generally leads to autoimmune diseases in the future, as lupus or arthritis. It manifests differently. He isolated it to a monkey virus that was in my vaccine when I was in first grade. He made me a homeopathic remedy I took, and he said, you will get very sick after you're finished your treatment, and I did. And since that time, I'm reset. I don't no longer react to that monkey virus, and I...
What monkey virus? What are you talking about?
It was in a vaccine when I was...
How do you know it was a monkey virus?
That's in the year 1974. That is what they typically put in vaccinations for children. So
monkey juice? What are you talking about? Explain.
That I can't speak on specifically. I don't know the specific.
No, I trust your judgment because I know you're a nurse. You've been a nurse for a long time, and you don't. You're science oriented, and I don't know about that. I'll have to look into that. But he made a wonderful point. In other words, the immune system being so hypervigilant could be a foreshadowing of problems down the road.
Exactly, Dr. Garko, and so I'm all about prevention, and what he did was he showed me, Joan, you need to be more vigilant about, okay. So we all are on that journey of learning, just as you talked about the plant sterols and such and vitamin C and these new studies. It's amazing biology and how it works.
Let me get my guest to comment. That's an interesting observation and story, isn't it, Dominique?
It is. Actually, that's a point that we don't really talk about very often in general because, like, for example, when I work different shows, and one of them in particular,
You mean trade shows? Explain to the
trade shows, exactly. And physician shows. There's one in particular where we talk to a lot of oncology nutritionists, and we talk about the hyperactive immune system that have led to different kinds of cancers, or so they seem.
So they theorize and suspect.
Right, because a lot of viruses are implicated in many in many cancers.
Clearly, a lot of people don't realize that, but that's true.
And so, from a nutritional standpoint, building a person's immune system, but at the same time, not finding that balance between a healthy immune system and not a hyperactive immune system, where eventually the body just burns itself out, and the immune system is working so hard and so overtime.
Yeah, Joan, was he a traditional physician or was he a naturopath?
No, I work in traditional, but I go to a functional medicine.
Functional medicine, right?
What does that? What kind of credentials do functional medicine doctors have? I mean, how do you become categorized as that?
There's a further education. The physician I see started as a chiropractor and went on to get his PhD in nutrition, on and on and on. It got different degrees.
I see.
Exactly. Yeah.
I get it. I see. Well, he makes a good point, but I must say to you, I don't know how this will sit with you and others listening to the show. That in I believe it's Australia, they have damn near banned homeopathy from the country. Do you know that, right? Did you know that?
Yes, I've been hearing.
Is it Australia? I believe it's Australia. I'll have to look. I'll check. But they wrote a scathing report on homeopathy. I've taken homeopathy as part of my coursework, and I'm familiar with how it works, and I get all that. But he treated you homeopathically, which is interesting, and you've been okay ever since.
Yes, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, you might look that up. Yeah, look for, I believe it's Australia. They wrote a report. It's about 2 years ago now, 2 years ago. The government wrote a report, and they took homeopathy to task. I'm just saying, I'm just sharing that with you. And, I don't have a point of view about it one way or another. Just a sidebar I wanted to share with you.
It's very interesting. I do have an opinion on it. Of course, I know you're probably coming to a break.
Hold on. If you want to hang on, hold on. And we're going to go to the top of the hour. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, Coast to Coast. We'll be back.
View.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation for when you don't. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back to the start of the week edition of Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm always delighted to be here with you and talk about health, wellness, and well-being and all of its various dimensions. And boy, we get at it too, from whatever angle I can find. And I'm not ideological about this. Oftentimes I just report, function as a journalist, sometimes as a researcher, and then sometimes as a commentator. And I know that a lot of people listening who are devotees or practitioners of a natural approach to health, that's the so-called natural approach to health as contrasted with the traditional approach, sometimes probably view me as a heretic when I say things like I just said to my caller to the show, Joan from Largo. She was mentioning that she had at one point in her life been given a homeopathic treatment to get her immune system back into balance, and it seemed to work for her. And then I commented that Australia has, for all intents and purposes, wrote a scathing report where they tried to debunk homeopathy. And when I tell you scathing, I mean scathing. And I know there are a lot of people listening or watching the show that practice homeopathy, and I don't have a view about it one way or another at this point, because I haven't done enough research. I've taken in my coursework. I have taken a homeopathic course where we studied homeopathy, so I'm familiar with the paradigm. I know what it's about, and it's complicated. Nevertheless, I'm just saying. So I just put it out there, and people have to decide, and trying to inspire people to go do their own research, look things up, and this and that. My guest is Dominique Ostrander, and she's an educator for Jarrow Formulas. We were talking about vitamin C earlier in the show, and I was mentioning how vitamin C brings about the same sort of effect that exercise will do or can bring about, in that the vitamin C will help people with their blood vessels, especially overweight and obese adults who have this elevated activity of the small vessel constricting protein called endothelin, ET1. But it turns out that vitamin C blocks the enzyme for that particular protein, as I understand it. Or not enzyme, but they can reduce the ET1 activity, and hence, you don't have your blood vessels are less prone to becoming constricted, and you have better response to blood flow, and decrease your risk of cardiovascular disease. So they said that vitamin C supplements seem to lower this ET1 activity, which is what exercise does. So they're saying the vitamin C is bringing about the same effect. Well, there's another study that was trending about it was a while back, but they reported that vitamin C is beneficial against the common cold. And this came out of the University of Helsinki. I was a little surprised by that report when it first came out, because there's been a lot of debate about whether or not vitamin C can help with the common cold. And according to this particular updated review of the literature, they said that vitamin C seems to be, I'm quoting, vitamin C seems to be particularly beneficial for people under heavy stress. In 5 randomized trials of participants, they said, with heavy short-term physical stress, vitamin C halved the incidence of the common cold, close quote. These 3 of the trials studied marathon runners, 1 studied Swiss school children in a skiing camp, and 1 studied Canadian soldiers during a winter exercise. All 3 groups would be under a lot of stress, I think. And they said, furthermore, in a recent randomized trial carried out with adolescent competitive swimmers, vitamin C halved the duration of colds in males, although the vitamin had no effect on females, close quote. So take your vitamin C, at least according to this particular review of the literature. What do you make of that, Dominique?
Well, it makes perfect sense, especially in the short term. Well, I think in short term and long term, but in short term, when somebody is exposed to oxidative damage for a period of time, more so than they would normally be exposed to. For example, like those soldiers that were having winter drills. Is that what was going on with them? Where adding vitamin C would help sort of moderate the oxidative damage that would be taking place from that. On a daily basis, though, I think you're going to jump into having more cardiovascular protection, too, like you talked about at the beginning of the show.
Now, there is a body of work that says vitamin C will not prevent a cold. I mean, there's a substantial amount of science that will say that, but there are studies like this one. This was a meta-analysis that will say that it will help you get over a cold quicker and moderate the symptoms. Go ahead.
Right,
I interrupted you.
Because of the oxidative damage. I mean, it makes perfect sense. And so something basic like that, it's great to have in your regimen for all different reasons.
Do you have does Jarrow have an independent freestanding vitamin C product?
We do. Our vitamin C is a buffered vitamin C, but it also has citrus bioflavonoids. So the bioflavonoids, for the listeners that don't know, add additional antioxidant protection.
Oh.
And our vitamin C is 500 milligrams of calcium ascorbate vitamin C plus 250 milligrams of citrus bioflavonoids.
When you say buffered, what does, like buffered aspirin, buffered means what?
Right, so it's easier on your stomach.
I see.
Much easier, because vitamin C can be kind of harsh on your stomach.
Yeah.
And just like straight up aspirin that's not buffered can be.
I looked up on my computer. I was getting ready to bring Joan back on, but she dropped off. If she wants to call back, please call back. I don't think we were quite finished. She may had to have take care of something else. But she's a regular listener, by the way, Dominique, and those listening or watching the show today, and always makes interesting comments and shares interesting stories. Her story about how her functional medicine doctor told her, you rarely get sick, right? You rarely catch a cold or a flu, right? I can see that. Probably he was looking at a lab, I presume. And he said, well, maybe that you think that's good. Maybe it's not so good because it could be, not his words, but I interpreted her comment to mean it could be a forecast of, bad things to come. You may be more prone to osteoarthritis and some autoimmune diseases like lupus and whatnot because your immune system is so hyperactive. That was a wonderful point to make. Yeah.
And I think seeing functional medicine is really, how do I say this? It's sort of an adjuvant type therapy, I would say, to our world of nutraceuticals because there's such a crossover between East meets West, and functional medicine is not. There's many MDs that are also practicing functional medicine.
And M as in Michael or N as in Nancy? MDs?
M as in Michael.
MDs.
Medical doctors, yes, MDs, because all it is it's an approach to illness. So, for example, like a medical doctor that is not specializing in functional medicine tends to treat more acute care. So it's more like immediate trauma or illness, it's short duration in need of urgent care like appendicitis, a broken leg, drugs to treat after surgery, immediate problems or symptoms, where functional medicine doctors address the underlying causes of disease, and it's a systems-oriented approach. So it's a great partnership between the patient and the physician, but it's a wonderful approach for somebody with chronic illness or something that they can't seem to get a handle on, because it's more in depth. It deals with understanding the origin, prevention, and treatment of complex chronic disease.
I see. Well, functional medicine, as I understand it, is considered a form of alternative medicine, and they take a look at the interaction between the environment and different systems of the body, like gastrointestinal, endocrine, immune system, cardiovascular system, and so on, just as you described. Well said. Come back, we'll talk about symptoms of cold and flu and how they're similar or different.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Canavest, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. And we are coast to coast, so it does play at different times in different markets. Please check your local listings. 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number. 877-897-8255. Just like Joan in Largo, Florida, just used that number to call a show, so can you. And Dominique Ostrander is my guest, educator for Jarrow Formulas, one of the leading supplement companies in the U.S. and perhaps the world, for that matter. Welcome back, Dominique. I want to get into, if we can, I certainly want to spend some time talking with your view about, you alluded to people needing more proper sleep and rest, exercising, right diet a little while ago, but maybe there might be some supplements to consider along, like we just mentioned, vitamin C, that could help with cold and flu season. But the symptoms between cold and flu are similar, but they're not just a little. I would rather have a cold than the flu. I don't know about you.
Oh, definitely.
But a flu will knock people off their feet. I'm not saying that a bad cold won't, but a flu, these are some of the common symptoms associated with a flu. Fever, usually high, and chills, and then headache, fatigue, coughing, it's a dry cough, sore throat, nasal congestion, runny or stuffy nose, muscle aches and pains, frequently they can be intense, stomach symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can occur but tend to affect children more than adults. Those are flu symptoms. Did you have most of those or not?
I would say, yeah, the majority.
Okay, here are some cold symptoms. While not as severe as a flu, the common cold can create a lot of discomfort and can be distracting, and usually lasts about 2 or 3 days after infection. The symptoms would include sore and scratchy throat, stuffy and runny nose, congestion, sneezing, coughing, watery eyes, headache, mild, muscle aches and fatigue, usually not as intense as when infected by the flu and more characteristic of influenza, and loss of appetite. Do those sound more like the symptoms you had?
No.
No, the first set. So they're similar, but the flu seems to be more intense, generally. Yeah, symptoms of a cold, a little milder, but still can be very uncomfortable. Do you all have a cold and flu product per se, or no?
No.
Do you have immune?
No. We have things that support immune health. My first is making sure that a person is on a probiotic.
Why is that?
Well, because so much of our immune system, the majority of it starts in our guts, and so being able to make sure that you have proper intestinal flora and protection in your gut is an important part of your immune health.
And Jarrow Formula's entry into the natural products industry for probiotics would be? As if I didn't know. As if I didn't know, but go ahead.
Exactly. I think our Jarrow, just the standard EPS, your everyday probiotic, I think is the way to go. 5 billion, take it every day, and just once a day, and then you can add the other things. But in all honesty, as great as our supplements are, like you and I talk about consistently on the air, if your diet and lifestyle is horrible, it doesn't matter the amount of supplements that you take. If you're not sleeping, if you're drinking too much and smoking too much and doing all the wrong things, you're so much more likely to get absolutely laid out with the flu.
Or sometimes you can get both during the cold and flu season. Get infected with a cold, you become a little bit more immunosuppressed, and then you get in contact with a flu virus and you get rung up for that. I mean, that frequently happens,
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be careful. Your point's well taken. Some people view it this way, though, just to play devil's advocate. They'll say, yeah, I know I don't get enough sleep and rest. I'm under a lot of stress. I drink too much, and that's why I take the supplements.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying?
Well, I think that if we go back to old school where we used to make people in cardiac rehab when we were dealing with moderately to morbidly obese and understand the amount of time that they would have to walk on a treadmill in order to burn off the cake, and you actually make them hold the piece of cake for the amount of time that it would take, you understand that not every sin that we do, whether it's lifestyle-wise or nutritional, has something to offset it. Can it a little bit? Yes. Can it completely? No. Because even though you can burn the calories off, you're not going cumulatively, you're still having the effects of, possibly eating saturated fats, too much sugar. So we can expend the calories, but we can't really ward off all the other negative health effects from that.
I understand.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're using an analogy of being overweight or obese, and I get it.
Right, and so the same thing with our health and taking care of our immune systems, and it's preparation. It's how you're going to set yourself up coming into flu season. It's what have you been doing all along? And if your lifestyle is that of you have a stressful life, you have a stressful job, and we all do, and nobody's judging that. It's just that you have to be accountable to yourself for how you take care of yourself.
Well said. Turns out influenza and cold viruses spread primarily from person to person, like when Dominique affected everybody at her house.
Exactly.
by way of respiratory droplets from coughs or sneezes. And when an infected person coughs or sneezes, these respiratory droplets are propelled in the form of an aerosol through the air and come in contact with another person's mouth or nose or a surface that other people then end up touching. It's the humans that do this to us.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, humble beginnings, advancing wellness, never tested on animals. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Now Foods, our products work. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Make no mistake about it, viruses, whether they're cold virus or a flu virus, are host dependent. We're the host. And they can only survive, reproduce, and spread by invading a host, you or me, for example. But they can attack, believe this or not, plants, animals, humans included, and even other microbes, for example, bacteria. In terms of humans, viruses are capable of targeting specific cells on the tissues, cells of tissues, organs and systems of the body, like your liver, your brain, your pancreas, respiratory system, blood cells, and digestive system. These viruses have been around for millions and millions of years, and they've learned how to adapt and change by altering their genetic makeup. They're here to survive, man. and they have even developed the ability to develop resistance to drugs and vaccines. Welcome back, Dominique. It's amazing how such a microscopic organism can be so clever, so deceptive, and so lethal when it wants to be, right?
Very true. Very true.
Amazing. But we're the host. They look for us. I mean, we're one of the hosts. Mm-hmm. Plants are hosts. Other animals are hosts. Bacteria can be a host. So they're complicated. My doctor has her PhD in virology, study of viruses, and she knows a thing or two about them. Nevertheless,
a thing or two. She needs to be a caller today.
Yeah, she's busy. She's busy. Believe me, I thought about that, but I don't want to burden her. You mentioned the probiotics to help with the immune system. Anything else that could help people at least prepare for cold and flu season, maybe prevent the viral infection from a cold or flu virus, maybe moderate the symptoms? Anything else besides probiotics and vitamin C, maybe?
Well, there's different antioxidants. What we make, as you know, we make a fabulous antioxidant optimizer, which, again, taking on a daily basis as prevention would be the way to go. It's a synergistic blend of vitamins and phytochemicals.
What do you?
Grape skin, grape seed, green tea, olive fruit. Again, providing tremendous antioxidant support, much like our Vision Optimizer, too, which is just filled with antioxidants.
Yeah, it is filled with a lot of antioxidants. Well, what do you think generally about a good multiple vitamin and mineral to keep people's nutritional status optimal and keep them more in their micronutrients in balance within their body, What do you think about that approach?
That's funny you asked me that, of all people, because I do think that a multivitamin can have, obviously, a positive impact. However, I think many multivitamins are hard to take, meaning that they make people nauseous. They're just one of those vitamins that are kind of hard to comply. And when you don't comply, obviously, you don't get the benefits. So,
aren't you supposed to eat? I mean, you're not supposed to take those on an empty stomach.
No, not at all. But there's many people that, feel like, let's say you want to take your first dose of your multivitamin in the morning, and most people with their, and I'm using this term loosely, breakfast of champions is a cup of coffee, and it's not going to be enough, or even half a banana or something like that, which a lot of people think that's a sufficient breakfast. It's not enough. And so they don't feel well when they take their multi and then obviously stop taking it because then they associate it with nausea.
You have a good multi.
We do. We do. We have our multi 1 to 3, which I like because you can take 1 to 3 of them. We have our women's multi and our kids' multi. But again, I think if you're talking about preparation for cold and flu season, you're going to need a little bit more antioxidant protection beyond that of a multi.
I agree. But at least if I could get a client to at least take their multiple, their probiotic, and maybe an antibiotic, an antioxidant, they'll do. I mean, it's better than nothing. I mean, and they're not, making all sorts of lifestyle nutrition violations all over the place. I mean, your point from earlier. I mean, you can take your supplements, but if you're going to go out and just, violate all the these nutritional principles and lifestyle habits. I mean, if you're going to just go crazy with that, and it's going to be pretty tough for you. You can't expect you can't expect this. I mean, this is not it's not as if the priest can come in and do an exorcism on you, wash out all the bad things that you did.
That's right.
Supplements aren't going to do that.
I think that's what people forget. It's like they forget that what you did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday does impact. Even though you made all the right choices on Friday, everything you did before that still matters. It's cumulative. When it comes to our health, it's cumulative. Just like the more right choices that you make, it has a cumulative health benefit.
I agree. And then I think another strategy to help people during cold and flu season is look for small wins. Do small things that will help. Maybe we can cover that a little bit. Like what I'm talking about is, this is not a big deal, but it's a small win. Try to get a little bit more sleep and rest. Try. It's nothing extraordinary. Try to be a little bit more physically active. Keep your body moving. These aren't big things, but they're small, but they make a difference. There is, like you, to use your term, there's a phrase, there's a cumulative effect. Wash your hands frequently. Keep your hands away from your face, and don't try to. It's hard to do. Those are small little things, but my goodness, they can make a big difference. Just that alone, washing your hands, keeping your hands away from your face, that's a small win, but it's a big deal, no?
Absolutely. And again, those small wins, like you and I have talked about on so many levels, you put a bunch of small wins together, and it adds up to a really big change.
It was pretty funny the other day. I think I told this story. I was in Starbucks, and one of my friends came in, and and his wife came in with him, and he was sitting over in one part of the store, and she came over and said hello to me, and I said, "What's wrong with Bruce?" She said, "Well, he's got the flu," and I told him to stay over there. And she said, I quarantined him in the house. I said, "You did what?" She said, "Yeah, he's quarantined to the back part of the house." I said, "He has to sleep back there too?" She said, "Absolutely." He said, "He's not going to infect me." Obviously, they didn't do that at your house.
No.
Let's put Dominique in the garage.
Right.
Oh my goodness. 877-897. What are you supposed 8255? What are you supposed to do when a family member's sick? Quarantine them? She quarantined him. Oh my goodness. I don't know. He's a good guy. He put up with that. We'll be back.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. One serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the new chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Do this every day around this time. Now, talking about cold viruses now. Try to set this up. The common cold, it's common because it's everywhere, is an upper respiratory system infection, and it's caused by a virus, as I've said a million times so far. And the virus can attack your nose, your throat, your sinuses, eustachian tube, trachea, larynx, bronchial tubes, and of your respiratory system. Here's the question. How many viruses can cause the common cold? 50, 100, or 200, give or take here? How many viruses can be responsible for causing the common cold? 50, 100, or 200. 877-897-8255. 877-897-8255. The most common type of virus causing colds is the rhinovirus. You can look that up. R-H-I-N-O, then virus. Rhinovirus, one word. Welcome back, Dominique. I'll give you a hint. There's quite a few of them. 877-897-8255. I was thinking about this business of, in terms of supplements, what to take during cold and flu season. I think the vitamin C, notwithstanding the fact that there's still a debate about, can vitamin C prevent a cold? And for me, it's about the dosage. You have to take quite a few grams to get an effect. You just can't, and you gotta be consistent. If you can get time release, that's even better. But, I've had guests on the show come on, say take as much as 5 grams, 10 grams a day of vitamin C. And, Linus Pauling used to take 20 grams a day. Mm-hmm. So I think vitamin C at the right dosages can be very helpful. I think the probiotics that you mentioned can be very helpful from Jarrow formulas. I think a good multiple vitamin and mineral and then a good antioxidant could be very helpful. Your Vision Optimizer, I know it's for eyes, but my goodness, you got a nice constellation of antioxidants in that product. It's a wonderful product. And your company doesn't make a cold and flu product per se, right?
No, we don't. But there are so many different specialty and immune products that we make. I mean, everything from beta-glucans to colostrum to germanium.
Beta-glucans and colostrum. Those sound exotic to some people. What are those?
Well, beta-glucan is made from a special beta-glucan extract of baker's yeast, which is a Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It's made actually from baker's yeast cell walls, to be specific. And beta-glucans provide tremendous antioxidant protection, I'll say that better, immune support.
Okay.
Tremendous immune support. And colostrum, too.
What is colostrum?
Colostrum is it's the original, I want to say milk production within 16 hours of calving. So it's from calves, and it's very rich in lactoferrin. And it's 35% immunoglobulins. So people use colostrum for different things, but like when a baby nurses with his mom, a newborn baby, that initial milk that comes in is colostrum. And that initial milk is full of immune protecting benefit.
I rarely have guests come on and recommend beta-glucan or colostrum as something to take during cold and flu, but those are two unique recommendations, I think.
They're unique, and they're very specialized for immune health. I mean, if you're really going after immune health, then those would be it, versus a generalized antioxidant.
Mm-hmm. No, I like it.
In the same way we always say there's broad-spectrum antibiotics. They kind of go after everything, every organism. And then there are much more specific antibiotics. And it's sort of like that.
The Jarrow product, the colostrum, what's it called? Jarrow colostrum or something?
Colostrum Prime Life is the exact name.
And the beta-glucan product from Jarrow?
Beta-glucan.
That was complicated. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Lenora, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Thank you, Dr. Garko.
So have you dodged the cold and flu this year so far?
So far, yes.
Do you catch them once in a while, every year, every other year or so?
No, not often at all. It has been years.
Well, then let's not jinx it. Let's leave it alone. Now, the common cold, it's interesting. The rhinovirus is the most common type of virus that will cause the common cold. But there are any number of viruses that will cause a common cold. Are there 50 of them, 100 or 200, give or take? There's probably a little over each of those. I mean, more than 50, more than 100, or more than 200. Which one?
About 200 or more.
Yeah, it's exactly right. So, and these viruses have been around for, thousands, millions of years. I mean, they've had a long time to figure things out, how to stay. That's their agenda. Find a host, infect the host, keep living. That's all they got to do all day. Yeah. So congratulations on winning a $25 supplement gift card and not getting sick so far this year. Holiday stressful for you, or is it a lot of fun?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
The holiday stressful for you, or is it a...
No, listen, 50-50. It's a lot of fun and stressful.
Yeah, have fun.
Mostly fun.
Oh, well, that's good, Lenora. Well, congratulations on winning the gift card, and thank you for listening, and thank you for calling.
Oh, you're very welcome, Dr. Gargo. Thank you.
My pleasure. Good suggestions you gave today, Dominique. You always give good suggestions. Probiotics, Jarrow's EPS, a good antibiotic, antioxidant. I got antibiotics on the head today. A good antioxidant from Jarrow Formulas. We have an antioxidant optimizer, right?
Right.
And then the colostrum from Jarrow Formulas and their beta-glucan. Those are good suggestions. Yeah, I like it. And vitamin C. You have the vitamin C with, you added the
bioflavonoids.
The bioflavonoids to it. Visit Jarrow.com and check out their line of supplements, and they're sold in fine health stores throughout the United States. One of my favorite companies, Jarrow Rogovan. I know Jarrow, and he does it. Man, he's the demanding guy, and he expects nothing but the best for his company, and he wants the best for consumers. So that's why I like the company, among other reasons. And that's why I like you too, Dominique.
Thank you, Dr. Garko.
Jarrow, take their products because your health is your wealth.